So, why is Brawl Stars boring now? It's honestly, it's not even a question. Like, we all know why. Supercell knows why. Most content creators know why. But, we're going to talk about it because I have nothing else to make a video about. I'm not playing this game. So, it's pay to win. Or at least it was until the update that the changes they were making that actually won't be available till, like, after the changes that they want to prevent. If that makes sense. So they're basically going to change it so, there's no more early access paid brawlers, but that's only going to happen after the next early access paid brawler, which is a good while away. But I mean, do what you want. You got to make your last bit of money before you can make any good changes, I guess. The main reason Brawl Stars has been doing terrible is like the start of 2024 when they announced that the Brawl Pass would be paid only and not like paid with your gem currency like normal, but just straight up money. Then they started adding things like the Pro Pass, which was $20 Brawl Pass that lasted for 4 months and was only really about upgrading one skin, which seems kind of lame. Then we have Ultra Legendary, whew, a $50 early access character, essentially. And, they are technically overpowered, but everyone who bought them didn't know how to use them, so I guess that's okay. But, you can't rely on things like that to, save the game, because if you're relying on somebody else's skill, that's not really a good thing. I mean, everyone can buy that, so what happens if, like, somebody who actually has skill with the character, buys the early access? Then it's just not good, because you can't even get that character unless you pay for it. But I don't know what I'm ranting on about. This is supposed to be about Brawl Stars as a whole, not really Ultra Legendary. But yeah, they made like a whole bunch of changes that made the game feel more pay to win. And then they removed Masteries, which was like the only decent free-to-play progression system in the game. It was the only consistent one. Like, even the Brawl Pass isn't that good. And you only start to realize the Brawl Pass is kind of mid when you stop playing. When you stop paying for things. You only realize how mid the game is when you stop paying for things. And, it's always been this way. And that just shows how most people are in the game are pay to win. What were we talking about again? Oh my god. This game hurts my eyes now. I forgot what we were talking about. But I do know it has something to do with Brawl Stars being terrible. Anyways, the Supercell team has said that they're working on changes like removing early access brawlers. Of course, that will happen after the upcoming early access brawler, because that makes sense. I don't know why they can't just remove early access in its entirety. I said entirely. But I don't know why they can't remove them in its entirety. And they have to wait till this next brawler shows up and have one final early access, because they announced this long before this early access was coming out. They announced this in the last Brawl Talk. They could have just said, we're not doing any more early access brawlers, and that would have been the end of it. But no. Also, who was this brawler? Oh, Ali. Ali released. My brain is not working. I'm tired. But yeah, the game is like basically pay to win, and there's no progression. And even though they're like changing some things to be better, like even with them no longer doing early access brawlers, of course after this next upcoming one, masteries are still cooked. Like, there's hardly any way to progress in the game even with that change. And I haven't looked at everything. I'm not like one of the paid sponsored YouTube creators for Brawl Stars. I don't get paid to make videos, I don't get sponsored, so I really don't care about doing all that extra information. But, yeah, you see, I should really make a script for these. I should make a script for these videos, because my train of thought gets lost. Well, I guess I'm going to end this video here. It's pretty awkward. I would have gameplay, but I just don't feel like touching this game. So, yeah, I'm just gonna cut it right here and try to pick back up somewhere else. Alright, I'm back, and this is actually another example of what people do not want to see, and that's with these events, or just anything that releases. There's always like this one good skin, and it's locked behind this trash right here. How many gems? The game is just like very pay to win, even with these. You could have gems, you could not have gems. Doesn't matter what you have. Once you spend gems, just know if you're not paying for gems, it's going to be a long time before you get those gems back. So it's just like everything on terms with the game. It's boring. There's no progression, and even with them changing everything, you know, like they say they're backtracking, they say they're doing better, but even though it's going to become like, I guess, more free to play, it's still not going to become fun to play, if that makes sense. Like, you're going to be playing for like who knows what type of progression. And you know, I'm fortunate enough to have most, if not all, the characters, so imagine like new players. I really don't know, nor do I truly care that much, but hopefully this video finds somebody who watches the channel who willing to just subscribe. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm tired. So, yeah.